Wow.
After spending 6 days in the Cardamom Hills, it was time to head west, back to the coast and the city of Kochi. The drive allowed us one last look at the mountainside as we descended. We spend approximately 3 hours on the road journey. Arriving at the outskirts of Kochi, we cross several bridges over the Kochi backwaters. Soon we arrive at our hotel, the Eighth Bastion. We'll spend 2 nights here exploring the town. Early the next day, we met our guide, who took us on the first of 2 walks for the morning. He explained the Portuguese and Dutch influence on the region, the establishment of the spice trades and construction of the bastions. We entered Tower Road and walked past the Old Harbor Hotel, a 300-year-old building built originally for accommodating sailors during the spice trading days, then run by a tea company and now is a fine hotel. Next was a stop out front of Coder House. We stopped to admire one of the many shade trees that line the roads. The trees originate from Brazil and were planted by the Portuguese to provide shade. They are locally known as the rain or umbrella tree. They are covered with epiphytic ferns that grow because of the humid conditions. We continued on our tour walking through the back streets and boulevards. A wonderful mural on Burger Street. The guide explained the various shops and marketplaces that have developed over the years and their significance to the town.
Queiroz is a small town in between Spain and Portugal. People from there came here in the mid-1500s to do wood trading. They lived in the streets.
After our first walk, we returned to the hotel for a break. We started our second walk with a quick visit to the Dutch cemetery, where the last burial took place in 1913. Then we walked to the seafront to get a quick look at the Arabian Sea. Our guide gave us a great talk about the high standard of literacy in Kochi.
Out of the population as a general, because of the European influence by the Portugal, Dutch and English, majority 40% the Christians, only in Kochi. Out of the Christianity, 98% they are pure Catholics. After Goa, this is the area is the strongest base for Catholic. Yeah, 30% Hindu, same Muslim. No issues between the religion ever. I think the notable reason, the literacy of the state of Kerala is very, very high. Average literacy in India is only 35 to 45%, maximum 50 to 55. But I can say in my state, average is 95. Double than the national average. And while I'm talking about the literacy of my city, Kochi, where I born and brought up, I can be proud. My collar will be up. This is the only city in India. It's the first city in the history of the country achieved 100% literacy 40 years back. No Delhi, I'm sorry, my capital. No Mumbai, no Chennai, no Calcutta. We, the Kochinites, are topmost in literacy. And we are spending almost 16 to 17% of the total state revenue to educate people. If I have a child, whether I am rich or poor, Hindu or Christian or I'm Muslim, I don't want to spend even a single rupee for the education of the child till the secondary level of 15 years. Everything is looked after the state, nothing connected with the politics. We are following the same policy of education after the independence. So we have a different people in India for education. Yeah. You notice no child will be in the street in Kerala between the age of 5 to 15 during the class hours. If someone is standing, everyone will ask why you are here today. why you are not going to the school?
Yes.
Resuming the walk, we headed towards the fish markets. We met a local mobile fishmonger along the way. On arrival at the fish market, we spent some time observing the Chinese fishing nets in action. Chinese fishing nets is believed to have been introduced in Kochi by Chinese explorer Zheng He from the court of the Kublai Khan. The fishing net established itself on the Kochi shores between 1350 and 1450 AD. The Chinese nets, made of teak wood and bamboo poles, work on the principle of balance. Each structure, about 10 meters high, is fixed on the beach and has a cantilever with an attached net that is spread over an area of about 20 meters. Counterweights, usually stones about 30 centimeters in diameter, tied to ropes of different lengths, facilitate the working of the nets. Each fishing net is operated by more than 4 fishermen and is made in such a way that the weight of a man walking on the main plank is enough to cause the equipment to be pulled down into the sea. Fishing is usually done in the morning and early evening. The net is descended into the water for a short time and then raised delicately by pulling on the ropes. The slow rhythm and balancing of the net is spellbinding to a first-time viewer. As we walked past the fishmongers, we observed the large variety and freshness of the catch. Sardines, mackerel, prawns, lobster, squid, and pomfret, just to name a few. Our walk ends with a visit to the Santa Cruz Cathedral Basilica, also known as Kotapalli or Kotapalli. The original building was demolished in 1795, and this new building was consecrated in 1905 and proclaimed a basilica by Pope John Paul II in 1984. Of course, our time in Kochi would not have been complete without sampling the local food options.